Honorable Colin Crowell, Minister of Housing and Water, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Housing and Water, Regional Chairman, Mr. Armagon, Ms. Denise King Tudor, our Director of Operations and Acting CEO, other directors from the Central Housing and Planning Authority, staff of the Secretariat, GWI, and all of the officials who are here this morning. And of course, the most important people joining us today, our new landowners. Good morning to all of you. It seems like every month we're in Region 6 because I think from January to now we've been through the Ministry of Housing. We've been here about 3 times to have Dream Realize activities, and of course in between those visits both Minister Crowell and I have on different occasions accompanied His Excellency the President to this region for outreaches and meetings. And that is no different, this year being no different from the other years where we've been coming to different regions to ensure that we deliver on the mandate that has been given to the Ministry of Housing and Water. When we took up this task 5 years ago, it was somewhat daunting because the target of 50,000 house lots that was set for us had never been done before. And we came into government with a backlog of about close to 70,000 pending applications. The ministry was not delivering the way it should in the 2015 to 2020 period. The focus, the emphasis on housing was not there. There was no Ministry of Housing. If you recall, it became a department in the Ministry of Communities, I think it was. And so housing was relegated to a department. But for those who have been following the mission of the People's Progressive Party, CIVIC, successive governments, you would recognize that from 1992 to 2015, and then again from 2020 to 2025, that the housing drive has been a hallmark of successive People's Progressive Party CIVIC governments. And that is because we recognize the importance that owning a home is on the lives of people, of new homeowners. As mentioned by the chairman, it's one of the most important accomplishments in the lives of any person who is seeking to develop themselves and to provide a safe and secure future for their children. For many of us, it's the biggest investment we will ever make. Taking money that we have saved, sometimes for years, to purchase our house lot and going to the bank to acquire a mortgage is risky. I know sometimes people are intimidated by going and asking the bank to grant you a loan and starting the construction to build your home. But it's one of the most rewarding things that you can do for your own self-development, for just to give your children a secure future and also to ensure that you leave an inheritance for your kids, so that those who are coming after you, generations after you, will grow up on a property that the family owns and will go on to use that first property to buy 2 properties, 3, depending on how successful your future generations are. By the time you have your grandkids, there are multiple properties in that family. And so we are very pleased to be a part of this journey with you, and we are very pleased to be able to facilitate such a journey for all of our house lot beneficiaries. And I'm extremely pleased that we're able to do this for so many single women as well. Women who are acquiring home ownership and land ownership very early in their lives. Women who we are able to empower through the housing program, who will be able to control their own financial freedom. And all of these things help to alleviate some of the social ills in our society, like domestic violence and abuse. Freeing women from financial dependence on someone else. We're also very pleased to be able to provide land ownership to young people. Over 50% of all of the allocations that we've made in the past 5 years have gone to young people between the ages of 21 to 35. Giving our young population, and Guyana has a young population, giving our young population a longer time to acquire wealth over the period of their lifetime, and giving them that responsibility early of home ownership and property ownership. So this brings me to our overall allocation, of which I'm also very pleased and happy about, because through the Ministry of Housing, we've been able to allocate 48,661 house lots over the last 5 years. And we have made available over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, 1,800 house lots to be allocated here in Region 6. So that tells you, if you do the math, that by the end of these 2 days, we are still in the month of May. We are still months away from the end of our first term, and we have delivered our 50,000 house lot mandate in our manifesto. So that is important to us, achieving our mandate, keeping our promises. It's important to us because it's our collateral, because it is our history of achievements that matters when you go to an election. And so when people have to elect a government of their choice, then you have to carefully examine who's working and who is not, who has ideas and who do not, who is better for the future, my future and the future of my children, and who will jeopardize that future, who will continue to build on the progress of the last 5 years, and who will take us back if we give them a chance. And so this is a serious time in our country's history. We have seen unprecedented growth and development in the last 5 years, and all of us would only want to build on the progress that we've seen. The transformation is undeniable, and it exists all around us, from every community, from the smallest community to the biggest regions, from the mountains to the coastlands. The transformation in human development and the quality of life for all Guyanese, whether you live in the hinterland or on the coastland, whether you're Afro-Guyanese, Indo-Guyanese, Amerindian, Portuguese, whether you supported the PPP or you supported somebody else, we have governed in an equitable way over the past 5 years that has seen the human transformation of all of the people of our country. And we are extremely proud of that record. And it's what we promised to do, and we have done it. So, in the same way, we promise to govern going forward. So with us, you know that you can rely on us, you know that you can trust us to ensure that the progress continues. In Region 6 alone, we have distributed 3,555 lots, but we still have a small backlog in the region because every day people are coming to us. People have seen the delivery in the housing sector. And young people are coming to us every day. As soon as they attain the age of 21 years old, they're coming to us and submitting their applications. So all of the time, the demand keeps increasing. So we have to make more lands available. And you would have heard our General Secretary, Dr. Jagdeo, state very clearly that this housing program will continue, that we will continue to deliver more land to our people, and that we will continue to build more homes so that we can help people to acquire home ownership very early in their lives and ease the burden off of our people in terms of construction and so on. And to complement the housing drive, you will see, I was watching some of the videos before I came up here to speak, and it was showing you some rendering on how our housing areas are desired to look. We've made all of our housing areas are designed to be sustainable, where we have thousands of lots for residential areas. We have left spaces for commercial and industrial development. We have left spaces for parks and playgrounds. We have reserved sites for schools, hospitals, health centers, ICT hubs, training center, police stations or outposts. All of our housing areas are designed sustainably, and by the time all of the infrastructure work is completed and you move into your area to build your home, you will have all of these complementing developments around your area. So all of these areas will look and feel like a neighborhood, like somewhere that you will have pride in living, not in a squatter settlement or not in any haphazard type of development, but a structured development. And this is what creates the value with the land that you are getting. So when you pay the subsidized cost of the land, by the time the government invests in the infrastructure in these areas and businesses move into these areas, the land value increases almost immediately. And so as the years go by, every year your land value appreciates, and therefore your net worth increases. And you are able to capitalize on that increase in your net worth when you go to any banking institution, who will use not the value that you paid for the lot, but the value of your land and where it is located, where it is strategically located. So you get the value in the investment that the government is making in infrastructure. And not only the investment that we're making in infrastructure in the housing area, but the investments that are being made to develop your entire region. Region 6 will be a region envious, just like the other regions that are coming up. Region 3, which is seeing its own transformation right now with the gas to energy project, with the new bridge. Similarly, in Region 6, we have already announced the new bridge across the river, permanent bridge that will be toll-free. You have a stadium that is under construction. You have a new hospital at Skeldon that is under construction. We have the Palmyra development, which will see hundreds of homes being built for young professionals. You'll have hotels there and other commercial and entertainment complex, improving the quality of life of the people who live in Region 6. That is the type of sustainable development that we are talking about. That's the infrastructure investment that we're talking about, which improves your lives. So you don't have to leave Region 6 when the stadium is completed to go to Providence in Region 4 to watch cricket. Region 4 people will be coming here to watch cricket at your stadium, at the stadium in Region 6. So lots of the whole purpose of ensuring that we invest in all of these regions equally and mirror the type of development that we have done in Region 4 is to ensure that there is economic diversification. We want to redirect some of the private investment in your region so that you can see the same level of development as in the other regions. So no region is left out from this type of economic transformation that is taking place. And every single Guyanese is welcome to come on board and be a part of this. So in your own quiet moments, maybe tonight when you go to bed and you reflect on the day, you reflect. I know some people go home and they watch the receipts and they get excited because they say, finally I own something. I know many of you here have waited for a very long time to be able to access your house lot. And today that dream has come true. And I want to use that example to reassure all of those who are still waiting and who may have lost hope because they were waiting for quite some time, that we are working for you. That every single person with an existing pending application will be given a house lot. So all Guyanese can take comfort in knowing that this housing program will deliver for them and will continue long into the future, as long as the People's Progressive Party Civic is still in government, because you will see. You've seen that we know how to do this, that we have delivered in this sector and in all of the other sectors, and this progress will continue for the next 5 years. So you can take that to the bank along with your allocation letter when you seek to get a mortgage to build your new home. So congratulations. I didn't plan to speak for very long this morning, but forgive me, because when I start to explain the big picture and everything that's going on, it takes a little bit of time, but it's also important, because it's important for you also to see and to connect everything that's happening in your communities, everything that's happening regionally, and everything that's happening nationally. You have to connect the dots to understand the vision that His Excellency President Ali set out to accomplish in 2020 when he came and asked for our support, and that he has been executing on that vision for the last 5 years. And he will very soon set out another vision, or the continuation of that vision for the next 5 years that will take us to 2030. And you will be able to see the transformation that's happening now and connect it to your future and how you will play a part and how you will benefit enormously in the near future. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you as new homeowners and landowners, and all the best for the day. God bless you. Thank you.